Popular Culture Research Team, how can I help you? All right, it is time for our Friday's Popular Culture Research Team, and joining us in the studio, Eugene's YJZ. Oh Yujin joins us in the studio. Eugene, hello to you.
Hi guys, happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you as well. I'm sure it's everybody's happy Friday. Everybody's happy today's Friday because Eugene's is in the studio. Eugene, last week we talked about moving.
Right.
Right? And you were like, you have to watch it.
So did you watch?
I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna pay money to subscribe to another OTT platform. I'm already subscribed to, let's see, Netflix, Play, 4 different OTT platforms.
Really?
And I pay for cable. So that's a lot. And so I said, I can't. I had it. I don't want to do it. But I'm excited for today.
Me too. Me too.
I have something interesting to say. So today we're going to do a K-pop song. Right? We're going to go back to, we're going to do a K-pop song today.
Right, true.
Before the Kulture Inc. was created, right? Even before we had the title, we had no segments. And our producer, myself, and our two writers, we had a meeting together. Do you know what was the first segment that was created in that meeting? It was this segment.
Really?
Yes. I said, I said, let's do a segment where we break down songs or dramas or movies and then teach them cultural elements of Korea that's in there, right? And so we're like, all right, that's good. And then they were like, who should do this? We all said maybe Eugene should do this, right? Because before you were doing, we thought you were perfect for this.
Oh, because of the Ditto?
Yes, Ditto did it. I should say Ditto.
Yeah.
Ditto, yes, Ditto did it.
Yay.
But when we're having this discussion, right, and then I was giving because I had to pitch out this idea, I was saying the song that I used an example was actually today's song.
This song?
Yes. I said, well, why, like, for example, we could do this song and then talk about this and why this is significant and why this is significant, and let's do this. And after over a month of the Popular Culture Research Team, we're finally delving into this song. It's a good song. As we always do, Eugene.
Okay.
One-line hint. One-line summary of what this song is all about. And it's your job, our listeners, to try to get this right. What is it?
Okay, my one-line hint for today is the one thing that was never said to my mom.
Oh. Okay.
Got it?
Oh, she gives like good hints. So my hints are bad. It's gonna confuse. It's gonna confuse.
Your hint?
Mine is. I'm gonna confuse people because my hint seems to have like been really good, and then everyone's been getting the answers correctly. My hint is, I thought my mom was on a diet, but we were just poor. What? I thought my mom was on a diet.
but your one-line hint makes sense.
Right? I thought she was on a diet, but we were just poor. What song are we talking about?
I'm not going to say this
title. Yeah, even with this, I mean, we're not going to say the title yet, but even with this, maybe some of our listeners might have gotten it. But, oh my goodness, it's that time again.
Yay.
You know what time it is? It's ChatGPT time.
By
the way,
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT's been good. Do you see the picture that we made last week?
Oh yeah, my photo, my picture made by ChatGPT.
Ghibli picture, right? That's been the trend here. All right, as we always do, we have translated the lyrics to this particular song, and we have I don't know who's going to be reading it this time. Our AI, I don't know which AI is going to be reading it this time, but here's your second hint. Let's take a listen.
It was almost midnight when everyone finally left. Exhausted, my mother fell into a deep sleep, and she never woke up again. Never again. I loved you, though I never once said it. I love you, now. Rest in peace, forever, in a world without me. 야야, that's how life goes, with regrets and tears. 야야, that's how life goes. It hurts so much. But still, we smile again.
I tried really hard today. I said to myself, today I'm not going to laugh today, right? I said to myself, any other song, I'll laugh, right? And we have been laughing. But I said, today I'm not going to laugh. I'm going to try to refrain myself from laughing because, as you can hear, kind of, kind of from the lyrics. It's a very emotional song.
Right?
I lost it with the last part. I really lost it with the last part. I need to hear the last part one more time. Let's take a listen to this one more time.
It was almost midnight when everyone finally left. Exhausted. My mother fell into a deep sleep, and she never woke up again. Never again. I loved you, though I never once said it. I love you, now. Rest in peace, forever, in a world without me. 야아이야야, that's how life goes, with regrets and tears. 야하이야야, that's how life goes. It hurts so much, but still, we smile again.
Hi-ya-ya-ya-ya-ya-ya-ya. Hi-ya-ya-ya-ya-ya-ya.
Stop it.
That hi-ya-ya-ya. Oh, that was a killer. It wasn't as funny the second time around, and I'm glad I didn't laugh as much at the second time around. But this lyrics, you can tell, very, very sad.
Very sad, right?
Yujin, you were actually saying that as you were writing up the script for today, you were getting emotional.
Cried, right, I almost cried.
Oh my goodness. The lyrics itself, again, regret, right? Both regret and sorrow at the same time, right?
Right, it really is. And if we see the lyrics, like, I loved you, though I never once said it, it is very impressive and sad. And also it shows deep regret of not having said things that should have been said while the mother was still alive. And a lot of people, take the parents' love for granted and realize its true value very late, too late. And also when we look at the lyric, that's how life goes. It hurts so much, but still we smile again. And that is also heartbreaking.
Oh, man.
It reflects the reality of life. We have to live our lives, even though it's sad, it hurts.
I know. And you know what? A big part of life is saying goodbye to people. And in this case, man, that one really gets to you, right? Exhausted, my mother fell in deep sleep and never woke up again, never again. Eugene's, you are very close with your mama. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember,
We're so close.
You know what? I was like, every time we're done with the show, every Fridays, I get out of the parking lot, like I'm driving over, and I've always seen you about to cross the street, right? And you're always on the phone.
Right.
And I was like, who's she talking to? What guy is she talking to? And then I was always like that. I was like, who are you always talking to after the show?
So I said that I always give my call to my mom after the show because she always watch my show every Friday, and we always talk about the program.
Except for that one time she was playing golf and she was like, why are you calling? Don't call me. Right?
That's true.
I remember I was saying that. She was like, but today my mom said, why are you calling? I'm playing golf.
Mom.
That's good. It's really good to see that you have a very good relationship with my mom. I mean, man, I have to say, like, my mom and I, we had like up and downs. We clashed at times. But after I became a parent, like I started understanding.
Right.
I was always like, why is she saying this? Or why is she doing this? I don't understand. And then I became a parent. I'm like, that's why. And so like I call her very often. And now actually my mom is living with us right now. So she came to Korea. She is going to be living with my entire family here in Korea. And so quite fitting that we talk about this. Eugene, it is time to reveal
the title
that we're gonna go today. What song are we talking about today?
So today's answer is 어머님께 by G.O.D. or in English, to mother.
Oh, classic.
So it was my first time watching all the lyrics of this song.
Really?
Yeah, because to prepare this program, I almost cried. So sad.
It's I would have to say that if you read the lyrics from beginning to the end, it's like a drama, right? It's like a 3-minute something. How long is this? It's like about that 3 minute, a little over 3 minutes, right? 4 minutes, I think 4 minutes long, and 4-minute drama about everything. And you start thinking about all the things that you did, and then you go, oh, why did I do that? And it makes you kind of think about this, right? There's we're in the Idol studio. But Yujin, I'm not an idol.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So actually, there's an even more famous line in this song than the ones we just said through the ChatGPT translation.
Yes.
But we didn't give this as a hint because it would have made the answer way too obvious.
Although I have to say the yeah. I think that itself would have given it off, but the
right.
ChatGPT did a terrible job. Yeah. So maybe you didn't get it. Oh man, how am I supposed to rap this?
Okay, so why don't you sing that famous line for us?
Since I was young, our family was poor. We rarely ate out like others did. When my mother was out working, I always cooked ramen alone at home. But one day I got so tired of it, I complained for something better. Then reluctantly, my mother took out some mother she's hidden. Just one bowl of jjajangmyeon, I was so happy. But for some reason, my mother didn't eat. She said, I don't like jjajangmyeon. She said, I don't like jjajangmyeon. That was a
rapper.
I can't do it. So remember going back to my one-line hint?
Hint? Oh,
I thought she was on a diet, but we were just poor.
that makes sense.
This reminds me. This was, I think, I was like in elementary school, I think, when I was in New York, right? My dad took me out to a 중식 restaurant, like a Korean Chinese restaurant in New York City. And, I ordered a jjajangmyeon because, that's what, kids like, right?
Right?
That's what kids like, right? And then I was like, Appa, are you going to eat jjajangmyeon too? And then he said, I don't like jjajangmyeon. And then he ordered jjampong. I was like, you don't like jjajangmyeon? But that song wasn't around when I was in elementary school, so I wasn't going like, is this like what happened in the God song? No, this was way before God song. And he said, I don't like jjajangmyeon. I like jjampong. And so we ordered one jjajangmyeon, one jjampong.
And 탕수육.
But no 탕수육. We were poor.
Oh,
so we had the 서비스 만두. We had the dumplings that they gave for free. This is a very iconic line from this, right? 어머님은 짜장면이 싫다고 하셨어. 어머님은 짜장면이 싫다고 하셨었어, right? And then yeah, right? It's so realistic and really captures like the different aspects of the Korean life, right? With this.
Exactly. And this whole song tells the story of a typical working class Korean family. And also it portrays the struggles of a child growing up in poverty in a very, very realistic way. So at this time of the release of this song, the lyrics like these were quite rare. So the song made a huge impact. And since this song is the GOD's debut song, it got even more attention and has remained beloved across generations.
I have to say, this is a legendary song. I think it really, there is always a lot of songs that had like, like 엄마를, like mom for like mom or dad or like parents and things like that. But this was on a next level. Like it was very emotional. So I heard that when people heard this song for the first time, the first thing they did was call their moms. And then like when I heard this song for the first time with this song, I said, because again, I mean, like I joked around and stuff like that, but like in the Lee family, my family, like we were very poor in New York. Like we lived in a one room and like, my brother, my mom and my dad and myself, like 4 people in a one room. It's very cramped and stuff like that, right? And so there was not a lot of things that we were able to do. And so I was always like, how come we can't, like, you say stuff to your parents.
Bad things.
Yeah, bad things. Like, how come we can't do this? Why am I wearing the same clothes over and over again? Like, how come, like, I can't go out and eat? And then my mom would always be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, can we just eat this? And then, like, I hear this song when I'm, like, a little bit older. And I'm going, man, I was a bad kid. That must have broken her heart.
So did you call your mom after listening to this song?
No.
Okay.
I was still a T back then. I was a T back then. I'm a T now. But I mean, I express that now, right? But let's talk about this iconic line.
Okay.
And she said, I don't like 짜장면. 어머님은 짜장면이 싫다고
싫다고
하셨어? 어머님은 짜장면이 싫다고 하셨어. Let's talk about this. Why did she say this?
So if you look at the lyrics, the reason is very clear. Because she could only afford to order just one bowl of jjajangmyeon with the money she had saved up. And she probably wanted to eat it too, but she gave it up because she knew how much her son loved it. And I think this lyric shows the selfless love or sacrifice of Korean mothers. And you know, many Korean parents have said similar things. For example, parents say, I don't like jjajangmyeon, but they actually like it. Or fish. Even though the body of a fish is the most tasty part, but parents deliberately say the tail is the best part. And they eat the tail only just to give the best part to children. And there's also this phrase that almost every Korean has heard at least once. Just watching you eat makes me full.
That's right. My grandmother used to say that all the time. Like when I go over to my grandmother's house and she's, you know how grandmothers feed you like crazy.
Right.
And she's never eating. And I'm like, why aren't you eating with us? She's like, and she goes like, 승재가 먹는 것만 봐도 배가 불러. 할머니가 배가 불러요, right? And I'm like, that makes no sense.
But honestly,
no, I understand. But when I was young, right? I was like, that makes absolutely no sense. Again, tea. Even as a child, I was a tea. But I understand that.
Right. But still, parents say these things because seeing their child eat well and be happy makes them happy too. That's the reason.
But Yujin, our segment is not about making people cry.
Okay.
But it's about talking about these cultural elements. Right? You could have gone with a number of things. We could have gone with tteokbokki. I don't know. This guy, he might have wanted some kimbap. But why jjajangmyeon specifically? Why not other food, do you think?
So in Korea, jjajangmyeon has always been a food for special occasions. For example, for birthday, moving day, graduation day, and other memorable moments. And you will see this in many Korean dramas and movies too. And interestingly, even though jjajangmyeon is sold in Chinese restaurants, it doesn't really exist in China. Actually, it comes from jjajangmyeon.
Ooh.
I studied Chinese. A Chinese noodle dish, but has been transformed into a Korean version. Also, another fun fact, this song was inspired by G.O.D member Park Jun-hyung's real life story. And in a TV show, he revealed that the food his mother said she didn't like was japchae, which is a Korean stir-fried glass noodles with vegetables, not jjajangmyeon. That was interesting.
So it was kind of based on the true story. And then, Park Jun-young, he's from LA, California. And it like even for myself, right? It's not easy living as an immigrant, right? And when your parents has to start something new in a completely different country and probably struggle was real for him as well. Oh, goodness. The moving is, why they always order jjajangmyeon when they move? Because back then it was the only food that delivered.
Right.
Right? And so the other thing was in graduation, they always go to Chinese restaurant. And when I graduated this was when, you remember I told you my dad said he didn't like jjajangmyeon and he ordered jjampong?
Your graduation day?
It was my graduation day. And so he was like, he came to graduation. My mom couldn't take off from work for my graduation. Only my dad came. And then he was like, let's go to eat jjajangmyeon. And I was like, that's so random. Can I just go to like burger? Can I get some hamburgers or something like that? He's like, no. I think he waited for that moment. It's a tradition.
Right. It's a Korean tradition.
Yeah, and because I was the first child, I'm the first child, and I was the first graduation, right? Because, no one cares about kindergarten graduation. Elementary school graduation, he really wanted to take me out. And so that's why we went. And I never understood why he wanted to take me to eat jjajangmyeon. But now I know. Because that's the tradition.
Right. It's an iconic thing, right?
Yeah. But he didn't eat jjajangmyeon.
Jjampong.
He had jjampong. And we couldn't afford 탕수육. We had this instead here. Goodness. I wonder, for our listeners out there, is there something that maybe any kind of memories that you have of your mom, what they did, or what about this? Like there's always like a dish that your mom is best at cooking.
Oh, right.
Like what food when you look at something, this food, it always reminds me of, or reminds you of your mother. What would that be? Like, what about your mom? Like, is your mom a good cook? Mm-hmm. Yeah?
I love my mom's dishes. And I think her best dish is, do you know the steamed egg, 계란찜? The steamed egg.
계란찜 is her best dish?
Her best dish. Though.
Really?
It's nostalgic. It's kind of different from other other 계란찜.
Yeah. So
very different.
it's like, how do you describe that? You take a couple of eggs, stir it.
I don't know her secret recipe.
She has a secret recipe.
I said it's totally different from other 계란찜s.
And it's that good. Man, you know what? I think some of like the best foods that your mom makes is like some of the simplest food. But when you try to replicate it, you can't.
And also there's another best food.
What?
김치찌개.
Everyone has a very different kimchi-jjigae. What does she put? Does she put tuna or does she put ham? None of that?
Pork.
Oh, pork. Pork belly. That's why you like samgyeopsal all the time. She puts pork belly because you like pork belly.
It's in my DNA.
That's why you like it. No, I don't even think it's the DNA. I think she's putting it in there knowing that you like pork belly. That's why.
Right. It's my mom's love.
What is my mom good at making? She's good at making 전. Like 부추전.
부추전.
Yes. And every time my wife tried to replicate it a few times, it's always coming out thick. Hers is thin and crispy. And like it has like just the right amount of I guess sodium, like because you have to put salt too. You can't put too little, you can't put too much. And so every time like it rains and you want to eat pajeon or like you want to eat buchujeon, that it always reminds me of her dishes. What else? She was always busy working, so she didn't really get to cook a whole lot. But yeah, that's what it man, let's not be too sentimental here. It's getting very emotional here in the studio. But tell us, for our listeners out there, what is that food that your mother was very famous for in your family? And share that with all of us. God, 어머님께, to my mother. That last part is always the tough one. 난 당신을 사랑했어요. Oh my gosh, man! And my mom's with me now. My mom, I gotta do. You gotta do good. You gotta do good for the mama.
True.
We talked about jjajangmyeon and the cultural significance of jjajangmyeon, but there's much more than jjajangmyeon in here, right? There's so many. That's why, I don't know why, but like, remember I told you about the meeting that we had? I was like, we could talk about GOD's 어머님께 and then the jjajangmyeon and why jjajangmyeon is so important here. But there's so many other things. So let's talk about other cultural elements in this song.
Okay, so first, Korea's packed lunch or 도시락 and school meal culture. 도시락.
That doesn't exist anymore.
Not anymore.
But it used to be that back in the days, you had to pack lunch.
Right.
And that's what it is. And let's talk about this line and why this is a very significant line.
Okay, so there's a line that goes, we all opened our lunch boxes together, but a rich kid sneered at my side dishes. So in the past, Korean students used to bring their own lunches from home. It's called 도시락. And the side dishes in 도시락 reflects a family's financial situation. For example, well-off kids' 도시락 has eggs or sausages, while poor kids might only have kimchi. And this sometimes led to discrimination among classmates based on this 도시락 because of economic differences. And this is why the rich kid mocked the narrator's 도시락, and that was reflected in the lyrics. But as you said, nowadays most schools provide meals, so school lunches have changed a lot.
Yujin, I want to ask you this. I mean, you're not of the school
도시락.
lunch days, but like I went to up until kindergarten here in Korea. And when we would go on picnics and school trips, we would always have to bring pack lunch.
For the picnic.
Right? You had to do that too,
Yeah,
right?
for the picnic.
What did you bring to the picnic?
The answer is so clear. 김밥.
Okay, kimbap, that's it? Only kimbap?
And 유부초밥. Do you know the 유부초밥?
Oh my god. See now your level is coming out. Your status is coming out.
Really?
You're part of the rich kid
Really?
family.
How about...
It was kimbap. You always do kimbap, right?
Right.
but there's always side dishes to go with it. So the rich families would always have like strawberry and like fruit too, and also Vienna sausage.
Right, Vienna sausages.
Vienna sausage is like with like stir-fried Vienna sausage. And then like we would always go, who has the Vienna sausage? we didn't make fun of anybody who didn't have like sausage or anything like that because everyone had kimbap. But we always targeted the Vienna sausage. We're like, who's got the sausage? We smell sausage. I didn't get the sausage.
Oh, really?
I never had the sausage. Only
Really?
kimbap.
So you looked for the sausages?
Yes, I went hunting for the sausages here. So this is very significant.
Right.
They used to be able to, but now we have school lunch. That's why we don't have this anymore. There's also lines that says, my mom bowed her head, begging his mom, please. Why did this happen?
So the main character in the song ended up punching the kid who mocked him.
Yeah.
And back in the day, school conflicts were often resolved by bringing their parents to school.
Yeah, there was no detention.
So this is why in the song, his mother is bowing to the rich kid's parents, asking them to forgive him. And these days, of course, school violence is a serious social issue, but back then, it was often handled with an apology of parents.
But it wasn't just an apology. It was basically not only you bowing to their parents, but you're on their knees. Basically, right? Yeah, because if there was like a rich family, they're gonna ask for money, medical fees and things like that. And they get, I don't know why, but back then, right? Like rich kids were always the mean ones, right? And then the rich parents were always the mean ones as well. And then if you're lower on the income bracket, you always have to do a lot of bowing and on your knees thing. And this is, yes, there was no detention back then. You got your parents had to get called over here. Him and his mom finally get their moment of happiness, right? They actually open up a small restaurant. They want to, go into a next chapter in their life. Let's try to succeed here. But there's a part in the lyrics that mentions 고사.
Right.
I think many of our listeners who might be tuning into our program from many different parts of the world, 고사 is something new. What's 고사?
Okay, 고사 means it is a kind of a traditional Korean ritual. So people usually pray for good fortune and to ward off bad luck when starting something new. For example, like opening a business or buying a new car or before constructing a building or even before starting a drama or film shooting. Typically, people offers a pig's head as a sacrifice and place cash in its mouth. It's a way of wishing for financial success and good fortune.
Yeah, we even do 고사 for our cars. When you buy a new car,
Oh, really?
We pour either makgeolli or soju on the four wheels, and we go over egg, like a egg. So we say that this is the only live thing we're going to hit. So like an egg. And it has to be a specific kind of egg that can actually hatch.
Ooh.
Yeah, that can actually hatch. We're killing chicks. But this is just not a cultural formality. It's an expression of deep hope and wishes, right?
Exactly. So like in the song, many families hold 고사 very desperately for their last hopes and wishes. And they're very desperate when holding this 고사. That's why Koreans feel especially related to this song. And it's more than just a business opening. It's a crucial moment that carries the family's dreams and livelihood itself.
Very quickly here, when things seems to be looking up for the family, right? The mother passes away. This is where you say, she didn't wake up again. Deep sleep, they say.
Yeah.
And this part, it's so heartbreaking.
Right. I think it's this line serves as a wake-up call to everyone. We never know when our parents will leave us. And also the line, I loved you, though I never once said it. That's how life goes. It hurts so much, but still we smile again. I think it really reflects the Korean sentiment of han.
Han. That's a very, very complicated word.
Right.
Simple, yet very complicated word to describe.
Yeah, very complicated emotion, a deep lingering emotion mixed with sorrow, rage, regret, and unfulfilled longing. But it's not just that. It also carries the resilience to keep moving forward despite the pain.
We normally like to laugh and stuff like that on our Fridays. We want to end the workday on a high note and laugh. But today I think it was the opposite. It was very emotional. I think a lot of us are... Yujin, I know you're going to call your mom after the show, right? My mom is home right now, so just say hi.
Say I love you to your mom.
I'm back. I can't say that.
Really?
I can't say I love you.
You have to...
I can't. I can't do it. For some reason, I can't do that. Yeah. Actually, I should do it before it's too late, right? Before it's too late. Anyway, Eugene, this is great stuff here. I'm thankful that you brought in this very song. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again next week.
See you next Friday. Bye.